So thank you guys for joining our State of the Union. This is the second time we're holding it to give some of the big updates that are happening on mobile pathways in immigration law in general. And then, as we know, an upcoming very pivotal election. It's been quite fitting that we're actually here in the Capitol, and we'll have some ways that you guys can help make sure that we have as much of a free and open society as possible. The big theme of the year is diversify and unify. We're all going to speak about different parts that we're doing, and there's common theme. We've grown up a lot in the past 5 years, and we've gotten a lot of information. We've got a diversity of funders. We've got a diversity of support. We've got a diversity of partners. We have a diversity of team. And so how do we unify that? How do we take advantage of all that is the main theme of the year. And without further ado, I'm going to pass it to Jeff.
All right. Thank you all for being here. I've worked alongside most of you, and I just want to express my thanks for all of you being here. I know that your motivations are deeply rooted in the heart, and I want to express my appreciation for everything you've done in the past year and everything that you will be doing for Mobile Pathways in the future. It means a lot to me, and it means a lot to all of us here. So we are in Washington, D.C. We received an award from the College of Law Practice Management, and I'll just hold up the award. It was a $10,000 gift and recognition in front of probably about 80 to 90 legal professionals, a lot of attorneys, a lot of people practice in high levels in law, a lot of law firms. And they presented this to us in front of that group a couple of days ago. And we were given the award because of what we built here at Mobile Pathways. And I want to tell you the thank you that I was planning on giving them. They didn't have us thank or give a thanks at the end, but it's a little overview on what Mobile Pathways does that many of you already know, but I see some new faces. And so I just love to share kind of an overview of what we do. And here's what I was going to say. In America, there's a profound disconnect between those who create the laws and those individuals who the law is designed to serve. Nowhere is this more evident than in the realm of immigration, where the stakes are very high. In removal defense, in particular, asylum defense, this is a civil, not a criminal proceeding, which means that many people find themselves adrift in a sea of legal complexities without a constitutional right to an attorney. And the barriers for them are very high. You have affordability, language differences, government procedural changes. And as a result of all these barriers, countless people are unable to mount a defense, even if the law may be on their side. At Mobile Pathways, we're a nonprofit that is centered on developing tech solutions. And we've observed a key trend that the majority of immigrants have access to a mobile phone. This observation has shaped our mission. We utilize this near universal cell ownership, forming collaborations with nonprofits and law firms who work with immigrants. Our role is to develop the technology that these partners use to communicate with their clients broadly, effectively. It is designed to be scalable, meaning our partners can reach large numbers of immigrants quickly and effectively. Our vision of Mobile Pathways is not that every immigrant win their case. We know that it is not possible, but it is to ensure that everyone has a fighting chance to use the laws that were written to protect them. By informing, we empower. By empowering, we give hope.
You can all hear me. My name is Anna. I'm the program director at Mobile Pathways. Exciting announcement. I recently had my first year anniversary since becoming a member of the Mobile Pathways family. And time really does fly when you're happy and have nice colleagues to be working with. Just a brief update, as all of you are familiar with our Asylum Navigator, one of our newest tools that's publicly available for now on our website. Not sure if you guys know, but we were able to bring the Asylum Navigator to the border. I was recently in Reynosa, Tamaulipas, in Brownsville, where I also got to finally meet Jody in person. We had a lovely conversation over coffee. And I also made a trip to Reynosa, to a shelter that is mainly housing Haitian asylum seekers. And personally, it was a very unique experience because this was my first border trip where I wasn't documenting the harm of the very harsh immigration policies that we've seen. Instead, I was there to bring technology, to provide a little bit of information and hope to people who are waiting to be able to receive the opportunity to request protection in the US via CBP1 mobile app. And I will keep it brief because we just wrote a beautiful blog documenting the experience and the feedback that we received from the users, from the asylum seekers who were able to use the dashboard, filter it themselves based on their nationality, based on the location of where they hope to reunify with loved ones and seek protection. And the immediate feedback was, can we get this tool in different languages? And which is something that our team is already working on, and hopefully we'll have it available soon. And also people were pretty, I wouldn't say shocked about the low percentage of grant rates of some nationalities and of some court venues. But what people did say was, wow, I really need to be prepared. I really need to find an attorney, and I am looking forward to fighting my case in the US. So this was a very unique opportunity for us to bring our tool to the border. I hope it's not the last time. And before I forget, I also got to volunteer a little bit with Team Brownsville. Thanks to Woodson for the introduction. And I think we're ready for the next slide, which is an exciting announcement. The Asylum Navigator has reached 50K views, which sounds quite impressive. That means that a lot of people are using it. We hope that it's being useful, it's fulfilling its purpose. And I think you all know that this is only the beginning of what we have to provide for asylum seekers and for our partners. And I am very fortunate to introduce to you all our new member of the Mobile Pathways family, Mr. Ben Mann. He is our new Chief Data Officer. I got the title right. I think from day one, we were able to just notice the impact of Ben's presence, the skills that he brings. In my opinion, I think he's very nice, kind, and patient, and I hope he keeps it that way. So with that said, I'll pass it to my new colleague, Ben. Welcome to the team.
Thanks, Anna. I will try my best to stay patient and kind. I think one of the words that we also used in one of our conversations earlier this morning is to be fierce. And even with our use of data, I think we have an opportunity to do a lot of good work, but to be fierce and upfront with the power that it can have to shape the immigration narrative. We've seen that through Asylum Navigator and the individual stories that we've heard from some of you and those on the border. And we continue to just see how powerful it can be as we've gotten more feedback and requests of what else can we do with the data that Mobile Pathways has been collecting from our partners, from government sources, and kind of from everyone in between. How can we better improve the situation? So I'm really excited to come on board as the Chief Data Officer after working with the team for the last year as an independent contractor. And I think there's a lot of really good opportunity and hope that lays before us. We've already started building some additional new products. Some of them you may have seen, or some of you have at least seen, like our new case history reports that's allowing us for the first time ever to give a holistic view of the entire kind of legal ramifications and case history for individual asylum seekers from the day they entered into the country to when their next hearing is, every motion and appeal and judgment that has come with their case to help empower their legal advocates and attorneys to prepare the best case possible for them, as well as other great ideas that we're dreaming up of how do we bring together information that we're getting from our partners through things like My Camino, information that we can make useful to individual pro se immigrants, who are without legal representation, further provide an expanded set of services to our partners and organizations around the country, as we realize it is going to be a multi-front effort to continue to provide the best possible outcome to those who come to the U.S. looking for hope and a better future. And we want to make sure that we're putting our best foot forward and putting the best products out there that are using data and mobile technology to provide those services to those that need it most. So thrilled to be joining the team, and just want to thank everybody for letting me be here.
All right, I'm going to go next, and I'm going to ask, I think I said this at the beginning, but a few more people have joined, so welcome to those that are joining us now. But please do send your love, your warmth to Summer. Summer has been hitting the pavement a lot. She made it out to San Francisco to meet us in person, some of our partners, then to Trailhead, arrived here in DC for our first award and retreat, and promptly caught COVID. So she is on her way back home. We're so glad to see you on the call, Summer, but I'll do my best to represent your slides, because I know, well, our hearts and prayers are with you, especially if you're flying a Boeing on your way home. So the big goal for Summer, who is now Director of Engineering, is stabilizing our platform. We have a lot of partners. We have a lot of requests that are coming in. Some are about using mobile technology. Some are about the information they're getting about the immigrants that they serve. And it all takes this thing, which we in the IT world know really well, called release management. All that really means is that you know what partners are requesting, you know which ones are going to make the most amount of impact in ensuring fair access to justice. You set a steady cadence, you do it monthly, you tell them what's happening. It helps communicate, it helps partners learn from one another, saying, hey, you asked for that? I did too. This is helpful. So we're on our second or third month now of releases. It's going to make our platform that immigrants, attorneys, nonprofits, and advocates use more stable. And we're very thankful that she's a growing member of our team. And again, all the love to you, Summer, as you hopefully will recover soon. Until then, we got your back. How are we going to do all this? We need to raise more funds. And so my part in diversity and unification, and what I've committed to, and actually with Ben, who's actually been working at a foundation, knows quite well, is raising money. Raising money means a $5 million capital raise. And that sounds like a big figure, but if you think about it, we're starting to win our first multi-year grants. That's 5 funders that can give $300,000 a year for 3 years. And we're getting those. We've got our first one as of December that made a multi-year 6-figure commitment, actually 2, that would be now our second. So outside of the traditional fundraising, the other big announcement that we're making for this year is paid services for immigration attorneys and larger nonprofits. Some of the tools that we've built are very valuable as we've gotten more information, and that stability that Summer's bringing with release management, Ben keeping an eye on the data, means it's resilient, which means that no matter what happens in this upcoming election, we're still going to have the information and the capability to serve our partners. And in the meantime, and very importantly, diversify our revenue. Some of you have seen a sneak preview of this. We can rebuild the entire case history of any immigrant with one piece of information in seconds. We can essentially document the undocumented. Or for those of you that went to legal school, we can build a procedural posture within a few seconds with just an alien number. All of those things and more are going to be very helpful. So we're very excited. And I think for those of you who know me for a while, I love selling. I love raising money for good causes. I'm thankful that you guys are helping and making us known to your networks, introducing us to potential new funders. And then especially, we just got to give them a shout out, is Fast Forward. Fast Forward was one of the, it's like I mean, I just call it the Mormons of accelerators. They're just too nice for their own good. They keep opening doors. Anna's nodding because I think we just, right after you were back from Texas, they're like, here's a new funder that wants to meet with you. So we're very jazzed. We're very excited for our growth. And to do that, we need to talk a little bit more succinctly, maybe a little bit more unified, and I will pass it to Alma.
Thanks,
Bart.
Thank you. So speaking about unified voices, many of you know all the different products that we have. Many of you are closely staying in touch with us regarding our impact, what work we do. But when it comes for a funder or somebody who's new to Mobile Pathways, or really anybody, we have to have a very clear understanding of the different products we have at first glance. So the goal and the mission is, at first glance, when we through our web presence, having a very clear, diversified understanding with each product offering a very clear understanding of what we provide and the impact that it provides for each of its constituencies. So having a diversified product understanding of the specific products, but also coming back and making sure that it all fits very cohesively within the Mobile Pathways brand identity. So this is a twofold product challenge, I guess, to be able to diversify what we're providing, be very clear about what that is, and then unify it all with our Mobile Pathways brand. With this new paid services, we have to be very intentional and clear that yes, while we want to self-sustain ourselves with paid services, we also want to really be sure that we're focused on providing impact for those we serve, which are our advocates, the people who are on the border, who are facing a challenge of being able to access immigration information. So a unified brand voice will help us provide a cohesive message for our funders, for our partners and advocates and potential audiences in the future. So that being said, I want to bring it right back to you and see what can you do to help? How can you be involved? And for that, I want to just say, you can engage with us. You can see that my background says Mobile Pathways, Navigating Hope, our fundraising gala. So this is my first ask for you, which is you can go ahead and engage with us, talk about our gala, share with people the work that we're doing, and use your networks to help us be able to spread the word. Like our posts, even a simple like can really do so much for us. So engage with us in any way possible, spread the word, like, share, do all the good stuff. And then I'll pass it over to Jamal to talk about what that also means on a deeper, more advocacy-based level.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much, Almar. I'm Jamal, the youth program analyst at Mobile Pathways, and I'm sure for like those of you who know my immigration story, you know like my relationship with Mobile Pathways, and you also know how important this work is, and that is why I encourage you to really engage with us as Arma said, engage with us through our different websites, and also be an advocate for our immigrant community, be an advocate for Mobile Pathways. I'll be doing my part from May 7th to May 8th in Washington, D.C. on the Hill. I'll be meeting with congressmen together with We Are All America, a national nonprofit, to advocate for immigrant community. Thank you. And I will pass like the mic back to Anna.
To me? Yeah. Oh.
Are you off mute? Or are you on?
I'm off mute. You guys can, was there another slide or no?
No, we are all finished. I mean, if anybody, I guess we'll do our shot here just to say hi to everyone and show the chat. But if you guys have any questions or thoughts, you can go off mute.
You're free to go off mute. And while you go off mute, I think we just want again to extend our gratitude for being here for us throughout the years, for being here today. And we ask that you continue being with us. For those that can join the gala, please come. It's going to be fun.